All right, Ms. Buswa, Ms. Dawson, did you have an opportunity to speak?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And is that your client, Ms. Polson, on Shaya's iPhone?
Yes, that's me.
All right, ma'am, if you could hold your phone so we could see your face, that would be ideal. Thank you. All right, the court is calling the case of the City of Kentwood versus Rashaya Polson, case number 21-50094OM. This matter was scheduled for a pretrial conference this afternoon. Counsel, your appearance for the record.
Attorney Denise Buswa on behalf of Ms. Polson.
All right, and you are, is it pronounced Rashaya?
Yes, Rashaya.
Ms. Polson. All right, I've been presented with a pretrial conference statement that indicates in exchange for your voluntary plea as charged to the offense of disorderly conduct, excuse me, thank you, jostling, the city will not object to treatment under the Holmes Youthful Trainee Act, which is a probationary period that includes a total of 60 hours of work crew. Is that the offer you discussed with your client, Ms. Buswa?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And then how are we proceeding?
I believe my client wishes to take advantage of that offer and enter a plea today.
Ms. Polson, is that what you would like to do today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if you tender a plea today and the court accepts it, there will not be a trial of any kind, and you would forever give up your right to a trial in this charge. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is it your voluntary choice then to waive your trial rights and all other rights that go along with a criminal prosecution in order to take advantage of the offer being extended by the city?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you or make you any promises above and beyond what is stated in the plea bargain to get you to enter a plea today?
No.
All right, ma'am, then as to the offense of being a disorderly person, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, ma'am, I have to ask you some questions before I can accept your guilty plea. And so I will take you back to on or around January 1st of 2021 at the Woodland Mall. Were you at the Woodland Mall in the city of Kentwood on that date?
Yes.
And at that time and location, did you engage in conduct that was disorderly in that you were found in a jostling situation with a crowd of people that was unnecessary in a public place?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, was this a fight at the Woodland Mall?
Yes.
All right, I do believe that that establishes a sufficient factual basis. Ms. Buswa, do you agree?
I agree, Your Honor.
All right. I will accept your guilty plea, ma'am, and I will find you guilty in this matter. Is there any objection to proceeding to sentencing today?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Let me ask this. I don't know what persons were involved in this situation. Is there any reason to believe restitution will be sought?
I'm not aware of any restitution being sought in this case.
Ms.
No,
Dawson?
Your Honor.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right, then Ms. Buswell, I'll hear your allocution.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Polson is gainfully employed. She's working 2 jobs doing in-home health care. It's my understanding she doesn't have much, if any at all, of a prior criminal record. She was involved in this situation with many other people at the Woodland Mall, and she understands that her conduct on that day was not appropriate. We would ask, though, given especially her career choice at this time, that she be sentenced to the Holmes Youthful Trainee Act so that this does not hinder her ability in the future for employment purposes.
All right. Ms. Polson, the Holmes Youthful Trainee Act is a diversion program that allows for this record to become non-public upon your successful completion of a term of probation. the key here is that you must be successful. Is there anything else that you would like me to take into consideration before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
How old are you?
19. I just turned 19.
Which does qualify you for the Homes Youthful Trainee Act, which is a one-time gift to you to keep this off your record. You're working 2 jobs. Who do you live with?
My mom.
Does your mom know what you're doing today?
Yeah, I told her.
What does your mom have to say about it?
She said that if I do the guilty, then because she didn't want me to go to trial. So
Yeah, but what does she think about her daughter at 19 being before the court already?
oh, she's not okay with that. She's not happy about that.
Mhm. And did you complete high school?
Yes.
Are you looking towards any higher education?
Yes, I applied to GRCC.
To start this fall?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, I am going to sentence you to a term of probation with this court. Probation is required under the Homes Youthful Trainee Act. It will be for a period of 12 months. Probation gets longer or shorter based upon how well you do on it. Complete all of your obligations, be moving forward in a positive manner, and get your fines and costs paid. And this probationary period could be cut in half, but that is again based upon your conduct. You must abide by the following conditions. You may not violate the laws of any city, state, or federal government. You are not to leave the state of Michigan without the court's permission. You are to make a truthful report to your probation officer monthly or more often as they may require, and you are to notify your probation officer immediately of any change in address or employment status. You are not to possess or consume any alcohol or recreational marijuana or other drugs unless prescribed by a physician. You are not to misuse prescription drugs or be in the presence of anyone using illegal drugs. You are to submit to alcohol and drug testing as directed by your probation officer, which will require a drug test fee. You are to complete and continue counseling. What I'm going to do is have our probation officers screen you to determine if this conduct is linked to something that, could be remedied by some behavioral therapy or an anger management class or something along those lines. Comply with their directives, pay whatever fee is necessary, and verify that you've done it with your probation officer. You are not to be on the premises of Woodland Mall. You are not to possess or purchase any firearms or ammunition or dangerous weapons. You are to seek or maintain employment and verify that with your probation officer. You are to complete 60 hours of work crew. This probationary sentence is pursuant to the Homes Youthful Trainee Act. If you complete your probation successfully, your record will be made non-public. Last, you must pay fines and costs, and I will total those for you as follows. Ms. Buswell, are you appointed on this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Fines and costs in this matter total $1,035. Ma'am, I will place you into a breakout room with one of my cashiers where you can make payment or payment arrangements. Is your address 521 Quimby Street Northeast?
Yes.
What is your phone number?
616-273-0771.
0771?
Yes.
All right, and someone from our probation department will reach out to you about getting you started, including the information on your work crew detail. This is a final sentence of the court. If you disagree with the court's decision, you may appeal it to the circuit court. Appeals must be taken within 21 days. If you need the assistance of an attorney to help you with that appeal, you must apply within 14. And if you watch your screen now, I will move you into a breakout room with one of my cashiers. Wish you all the best, Ms. Polson.
Thank you.
All right, Ms. Buswell, do you have any other matters with me this afternoon?
No, that was all.
All right, well, nice to see you. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Do we have a pretrial sheet for Ms. Jimenez?
I'm actually looking at the defendant's last name is Tehran,
Oh,
T-E-R-A-N.
sounds familiar.
I sent it at 10:35 this morning. Would you like me to resend it?
No, I think that that file is probably around here somewhere.
Oh, what is that?
That is Ms. Tehran.
Ooh.
Do you have that file? I think it's T-E-R-A-N. I know, I think you did pull it and you put the sheet with it, and now I don't know where it has gone. What's that case number, Miss Dawson?
Let me pull that up. Hold on. Okay, it's 21-50203.
Okay, no, we have two people appearing on my screen. I have, well, it's a multiple name, last name. I have Elda's file. I'm sorry, then Miss Jimenez, is that not a defendant, Miss Dawson? I thought that's who you were talking about.
That is who Ms. Jimenez is representing Ms. Elda.
Oh. Well, let's see if I can find all of this information. Good morning, Ms. Jimenez.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm not sure if you heard me, but I wanted the court to be aware we're gonna need a Spanish-speaking interpreter.
I did not hear you. I don't think you and I have previously met, but it is nice to meet you. I was aware of your appearance on this file, but it had slipped my immediate memory. I do have a note in the file, though, that indicates we do need a Spanish interpreter, and so we will contact the language line.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are welcome. Sir, what is your name? Mr. Taylor, have you spoken with our city attorney yet this morning?
No.
And I guess it's afternoon now, isn't it? Miss Dawson, are you available?
I am.
All right, I have a gentleman, Mr. Demetrius Taylor, who is present in the courtroom, and I'm going to send him into the office of the prosecutor so you can.
Okay, I'll grab his file and get in it.
All right. Sir, if you exit the courtroom and turn to your left, go all the way through the door, and then there's another office. There's a laptop on the desk in there. Ms. Dawson is appearing via Zoom. She'll join you on the laptop there. When you're finished with your conversation with her, you can come back in the courtroom. Thank you. All right, the court is calling the case of the City of Kentwood versus Elda Tehran. Ma'am, can you tell me your name, please?
Mi nombre es Elda Gabriela Nava Mieri Terán.
All right, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes.
I think she is muted, ma'am. I was able to hear you, but I think that I'll hear you better if you unmute yourself. I see your attorney. I wondered if you were in the same office. There we go. All right. All right. I've been advised that we need an interpreter in this matter, and so I will contact the language line.
Welcome to Language Line Solutions. Please enter your six-digit client ID. For Spanish, press 1. For off, please enter access code followed by the pound sign. Please hold for an interpreter.
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Anna, ID 254988. Will be your Spanish interpreter today. Hello, how may I assist you?
Hello, this is Judge Sterkenburg at the 62B District Court. I have a defendant here who needs to enter a plea on a criminal matter. Are you able to assist?
Certainly, Your Honor.
All right, before we begin, do you swear or affirm to impartially interpret the matter now before the court and not divulge confidential communications, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you can introduce yourself to the defendant. Her name is Elda Tehran.
Thank you. Elda, ¿me escucha bien? Soy su intérprete. ¿Me puede escuchar bien?
Sí.
All right.
All right, ma'am, you are here today on a criminal misdemeanor charge.
Bien. Usted está el día de hoy con un cargo de criminal de delito menor.
The city attorney says that you were driving without a license, which is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail.
Bien, de acuerdo al fiscal de la ciudad, usted iba conduciendo un vehículo sin una licencia de conducir válida. La pena máxima por este delito menor son hasta 90 días en cárcel.
Your attorney conducted a pretrial conference this morning and a plea bargain was extended.
Su abogado atendió a una conferencia prejuicio esta mañana y se le hizo una oferta declaratoria.
Counselor, can I have your appearance for the record, please?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
I'm asking the attorney to identify herself so we have it on the record.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Attorney Noemi Jimenez, on behalf of the defendant.
Thank you. And did you discuss an offer of your client pleading to the civil infraction of impeding traffic with the city attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Ma'am, if you offer a guilty plea to the civil infraction of impeding traffic, the city attorney is willing to dismiss the misdemeanor charge.
Yes.
Señora, Si usted se declara culpable por una infracción civil de impedir el tráfico, el fiscal de la ciudad está dispuesto a desestimar el cargo del delito menor.
Sí.
Is that what you want
Yeah.
to do today, ma'am?
Pues eso es lo que usted quiere hacer aquí el día de hoy, señora.
¿Eso es lo que quieres hacer?
Sí.
Ya.
If you offer a guilty plea today and I accept it, there will not be a charge or there will not be a trial of any kind on the original charge. Do you understand?
Sí.
Ofrece su declaración de culpabilidad el día de hoy y yo la acepto, entonces no habría un juicio por el cargo original. ¿Usted entiende esto?
Sí.
And
Yes.
is it your free and voluntary choice to waive those rights and take advantage of the offer being extended by the city today?
Y es su elección libre y voluntaria tomar esa oferta el día de hoy y renunciar a los derechos que le conllevaría.
Sí.
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you or make you any promises other than this offer to get you to enter a guilty plea today?
¿Alguien le hizo alguna promesa o le hizo alguna otra propuesta, además de esa oferta de culpabilidad, para que usted se declarase culpable el día de hoy?
No.
No.
Then as to the offense of impeding traffic, ma'am, how do you plead?
Así es que en cuanto a la ofensa de impedir el tráfico, ¿a cómo se declara usted el día de hoy?
Culpable.
Guilty.
All right, ma'am, were you driving a vehicle in the city of Kentwood back on March 28th of this year?
Which city, Your Honor? I apologize.
March 28th is the date. Was she driving a car in the city of Kentwood back on March 28th?
Usted iba manejando un vehículo el día 28 de marzo en la ciudad de Kentwood.
Sí.
Yes.
And did you have a valid license at that time?
¿Y usted tenía una licencia de conducir válida en ese momento?
No.
No.
All right, ma'am, I will accept your responsibility for the offense of impeding traffic. And
Bien, señora, yo voy a aceptar. Sorry, go
no,
ahead.
you're fine. Please go ahead. Tell her I'll accept her responsibility.
Voy a aceptar su responsabilidad por la ofensa de impedir el tráfico.
I will assess fines and costs as a sentence in this matter. They total $240.
Voy a ponerle las multas y costos por este asunto, los cuales ascienden a $240.
When we're done, I'll move you and your attorney into a breakout room so that you can make payment or payment arrangements with one of my cashiers.
Una vez que hayamos terminado aquí el día de hoy, yo les voy a indicar a usted y a su abogada a una sala de descanso para que se puedan hacer los pagos y el arreglo de pagos con uno de los cajeros.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Pregunta para mí. No.
All right, is there anything else on this matter, Ms. Jimenez? All right, you are muted. I muted you because I was trying to reduce the echo, but I think you said no.
No, thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
Madam Interpreter, we are all set. Thank you for your help. And I will move you and your client, ma'am, into a breakout room with one of my cashiers.
Thank you.
Thank you for using our services. You're a good day.
Thank you, you as well.
join el taller, Janel. Okay, join.
Miss Jackson, are you able to start your video and unmute yourself?
Yeah, there we go. Here, I'll do it in a minute. Yes,
All right, ma'am, have you met with our city attorney this afternoon? Her name is Danielle Dawson.
no. They just told me to come out to the court at 1:45. And I came out, it was 1:46 when I came out.
Okay, I am going to move you into a breakout room.
Okay.
Watch your screen and you'll have to wait, but then I will have her join you to have a conversation about your case.
The last meeting I came to, they told me I didn't need it.
Ms. Jackson, there should be an invitation at the bottom of your screen on breakout rooms to join our city attorney. Ms. Jackson? Okay. I don't think she made it. I think she was frozen and got disconnected. It looks like you just sent over a PTC on Taylor.
Yes, he still has some things that he needs to get cleared up with the friend of the court.
Oh, okay.
I think there's some kind of underlying issue as to why the friend of the court has suspended his license. So I really encouraged him to get that figured out.
So does that mean it says set for second?
Yes, please.
Okay, that's fine. I do have in my waiting room Miss Jackson, who was here once before and who was struggling with some technical difficulties and got disconnected.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
try to move her. She's back now, and so I will try to move her again into a breakout room
Okay.
with you.
Did you connect or something?
Hi, Miss Jackson.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you on mute? I know you got disconnected the last time. I'm gonna try again to move you now to meet with the city attorney. You need to click the invitation that says join breakout room.
There isn't one.
Mm-mm. She didn't make it again. All right, Ms. Dawson, I don't have anybody else here to meet with you, so I will let you know if we do.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will wait.
Good afternoon, Ms. Perez.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Is that your client with you?
Yes.
Have you had the opportunity to speak with Ms. Dawson about this matter?
Yes, we have talked about it at the last pretrial conference, that he would be coming into plea to a reduced charge of careless driving.
I do see that. And there's some restitution due and owing on this, correct?
Yes, I believe so. We didn't have the documentation that was sent in for restitution, but I mean, I can address that in a little bit.
All right, give me just a moment.
This is necklace.
Sí, con ella estaba de primera vez. Me dijo.
Tú me habías mandado unos papeles de eso, ¿no?
Ms. Dawson, are you available?
I am, Your Honor.
I'm going to call the case of Mr. Juarez Tapia, and I think I'm going to need some information from you on a potential restitution award.
Okay.
All right, the court is calling the case of the City of Kentwood versus Carlos Uriel Juarez Tapia, case number 21-500180T. Counsel, your appearances for the record.
Danielle Dawson appearing on behalf of the city.
Leticia Perez for Mr. Juarez Tapia.
Good afternoon. This matter was scheduled for a plea this afternoon. And upon review of the last pretrial conference statement, the court was provided the information that in exchange for Mr. Juarez Tapia's voluntary plea to careless driving, a civil infraction, the city will dismiss the reckless driving misdemeanor. However, there is a note on here that defendant must pay for the damage done to the pole. This court is unaware of what damage was done or who the alleged victim is or where the pole is located. Ms. Dawson, are you able to provide some insight?
Yes, let me just grab the file. Hold on.
Judge, also, we do need an interpreter for Mr. Juarez Tapia.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is the first I am hearing of that.
It's okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, well, let me call the language line.
Welcome to Language Law Solutions. Please enter your 6-digit client ID. For Spanish, press 1. For English, your access code followed by the pound sign. Please hold for an interpreter.
Thank you for calling Language Line Solutions. This is Alejandra, interpreter ID to succeed the radio. I will be your Spanish interpreter today. Is your customer with you or do you need me to call them? Thank you.
The customer is with me. This is Judge Sterkenburg at the 62B District Court. I do have a defendant here who needs to enter a plea. Are you able to assist?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready to follow your instructions. Thank you.
All right, before we begin, do you swear or affirm to impartially interpret the matter now before the court and not divulge confidential communications, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, this is the matter of Mr. Juarez Tapia. I'll have you go ahead and introduce yourself to him.
Hola, yo voy a hacer la intérprete el día de hoy.
And Mr. Juarez Tapia appears with his attorney, Ms. Leticia Perez. This matter is scheduled for a plea. The city attorney is willing to reduce the misdemeanor charge of reckless driving to the civil infraction of careless driving if Mr. Juarez Tapia enters a voluntary plea.
This is your procedure to make sure that I have the correct information. It will be changed from a misdemeanor charge of reckless driving into only a civil infraction of, could you please repeat it, please?
Careless driving.
Thank you. De acuerdo, entonces, se encuentra aquí el acusado con su abogada, la licenciada Leticia Pérez, y está aquí con respecto a una declaración, en la cual se estaría, el acuerdo sería que se estaría reduciendo el cargo de un delito menor, el cargo de estar manejando irresponsablemente, se estaría cambiando el cargo a manejar sin cuidado.
It's this court's understanding, though, that Mr. Juarez Tapia will have to pay for damage done.
Es el entendimiento de la corte que el señor Juárez Tapia tendrá que estar pagando por los daños causados, por los costos.
I'm asking the city attorney to give the court some information on what that might be.
De acuerdo, yo estoy pidiendo al abogado de la ciudad que dé la información de qué sería eso.
You want me to, okay.
Go ahead.
In looking at the report, it appears that Consumers Energy would have to replace an electrical pole.
De acuerdo, con respecto al reporte, así con respecto al consumo de electricidad, se tendría que estar haciendo el reemplazo o el cambio de un poste.
And that the replacement was due to the damage caused by the defendant's vehicle.
De acuerdo. Y el daño fue causado por el daño, por el vehículo causado del acusado.
And as far as a total amount, Your Honor, I have been unable to get a hold of someone at Consumers, so I do not have an exact amount of what the cost would be for that. So I leave that to the discretion of the court.
De acuerdo, por lo cual no me he podido comunicar con el departamento del consumidor, no sé exactamente cuándo sería, por lo cual le dejo la determinación a la corte.
Thank you, Ms. Dawson. I think the way we handle that is to send an inquiry to consumers, and then we can hold a hearing on whatever they are requesting.
I do not object to that.
No tengo objeción con respecto a eso. Me parece, señora Dawson, que lo que tendríamos que hacer es mandar una admisión al departamento del consumidor para que ahí se retenga hasta la próxima audiencia y se diga la cantidad.
Mr. Juarez Tapia, is it your free and voluntary choice today to enter a plea to careless driving and take advantage of the offer being extended by the city?
De acuerdo, señor Juárez Tapia, entonces, ¿está usted de acuerdo a tomar el acuerdo que se ofrece la ciudad de manejar sin cuidado? La declaración.
Sí.
Yes.
If you tender a plea today and the court accepts it, there will not be a trial of any kind. Did you discuss this with your attorney?
De acuerdo, señor. Si usted entra al acuerdo, si usted lo acepta al acuerdo que le ha propuesto la ciudad, usted no tendrá un juicio. ¿Usted tuvo tiempo para discutir esto con su abogado?
Sí.
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you or make you any promises other than what was contained in the plea bargain to get you to enter a plea today?
De acuerdo, señor. ¿Alguien lo amenazó?
No.
Disculpe, ¿alguien lo amenazó o alguien lo está obligando a tomar esta declaración?
No.
Then as to the offense of careless driving, how do you plead?
De acuerdo, entonces, con respecto a la violación o al cargo de estar manejando sin cuidado, ¿cómo se declara?
Culpable.
I heard culpable.
Sí.
Yes.
All right, sir, were you driving a car in the city of Kentwood back on January 9th of this year?
De acuerdo, señor. ¿Se encontraba usted conduciendo un vehículo en la ciudad de Sterkenburg el día 9 de enero de este año?
Sí.
Tell me in your own
Yes.
words what you did that makes you guilty of this offense.
De acuerdo, dígame con sus palabras qué es lo que lo hace culpable de eso.
Estaba manejando y perdí el control con el hielo y le pegué al poste.
I was driving and I lost control because of the ice, and I get it.
All right, I do find there is a sufficient factual basis and will accept your responsibility for the offense of careless driving.
De acuerdo, por lo cual he encontrado suficientes términos para aceptar esta resolución, por lo cual sí que lo estaremos ejecutando.
Sir, I'm assessing fines and costs in this matter.
Con respecto a los costos y multas de este caso,
They total $450. I'm going to refer this matter to my, oh, I'm sorry. Please, Madam Interpreter, go ahead.
So sorry for interrupting, Your Honor. This is a letter was cutting out, just to make sure that the correct amount. It would be about a fine of $450, correct?
450, yes, ma'am.
Thank you. De acuerdo, entonces la multa sería de $450.
I'm going to have our probation department send a letter to Consumers Energy.
De acuerdo, se estará mandando una carta al Departamento de Consumo de Electricidad.
If they respond, we'll have a hearing to determine restitution, if any.
Si ellos responden, tendremos una audiencia para la restitución. Sí, vale.
All right. Is there anything further on this matter, Ms. Perez?
No, Judge, thank you.
Con respecto a este caso, señora Pérez, no tengo, señoría.
All right, I'm going to place Mr. Juarez Tapia and his attorney into a breakout room so that he can make payment or payment arrangements.
De acuerdo, entonces estará dirigiendo el señor Juan Tapia, alias abogado, a una área donde podrán estar programando pagos o podrán estar estableciendo los pagos.
All right, Madam Interpreter, thank you for your assistance. We are all set.
Thank you.
All
right.
Speaking for you, Mr. Services, is there anything else I can help you with, Your Honor?
No, that's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your services and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.
And Ms. Perez, I'm moving you into a breakout room now. It's a pleasure to see you as always.
Thank you. Have a good day. Okay, so lo que van a hacer es ellos van a.
Ms. Dawson, I have two. Sorry, I messed that all kind of up.
Hello.
Yes, appearing on my screen as phone number ending in 8051. What is your name, please?
Aaliyah Jackson.
Miss Jackson.
Yay. Did I call the right number? I called before, but it disconnected me.
Right, I know. It seems like your internet was potentially not stable enough.
Yeah, I don't have no idea why when I understand the Wi-Fi bill. That's a different story, though.
All right, well, give me just a moment and then we'll call your case. I do also have Miss Marriott on my screen. Is that someone that you need to meet with, Miss Dawson?
What's the
I
first
just met
name?
with the power of attorney. Is that the
I don't see a Marriott on my screen or on my docket.
Oh, I do. I have an order to show cause at 2:40 for Alicia Merritt.
Oh, okay.
I have not had an opportunity to speak with Ms. Marriott.
Okay. All right. Well, then let me assist you with that right now.
All right.
All right, Ms. Marriott, I am going to move you into a breakout room with the city attorney. Watch your screen for the invitation. When you're done, you'll return back here. All right, the court is calling the case of the City of Kentwood versus Aaliyah Jackson, case number 21-50178OT. Ms. Jackson, I'll go ahead and have you unmute again. Ms. Jackson joins us after long technical difficulties this afternoon.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. How are you this afternoon, Ms. Jackson?
I'm okay.
All right.
Okay.
Ms. Jackson, your matter was scheduled for a pre-trial conference this afternoon. You are unrepresented, and so you met with attorney Daniel Dawson on your own.
Mm-hmm.
The court has been provided.
Well, I met with. Go ahead.
You met with who?
I met with whoever you connected me to the first time we met.
You met with our city attorney and talked to you about a plea bargain in your case, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And I've been provided a statement that indicates the bargain being offered is that upon your voluntary plea to the civil infraction of impeding traffic, well, they will dismiss the balance of your charges. And so basically what that boils down to is the violation of temporary instruction permit charge will be reduced to one of impeding, and they will dismiss the disobey traffic control device and civil infraction for, well, that is a civil infraction. And then it looks like you only got a warning for the expired plates, but the only thing then would be the civil infraction for impeding traffic. Is that the bargain that you discussed with Ms. Dawson?
Yes. You hear me?
If you tender a plea today and the court accepts it, there will not be a trial of any kind on the original charge of violating the provisions of your temporary instruction permit. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. So then this will just be done with after today?
After you are sentenced today, yep. And so I need to ask, is it your free and voluntary choice to enter a plea to the offense of impeding traffic and thereby waive your rights to a trial on the original offense?
Okay, so the impeding traffic, what does that mean?
So impeding traffic is a civil misdemeanor. It will be punishable by fines and costs. The misdemeanor offense, which was violating your temporary instruction permit, will go away, as will the other citation, which was disobeying a traffic control device.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right. And so
Yes,
you
I'm
understand
sorry.
that in accepting this bargain, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Right.
And you are voluntarily waiving your right to a trial on the allegation that you violated the provisions of your temporary instruction permit.
Correct.
Okay. Ma'am, did anyone threaten you or make you any promises in order to get you to accept this plea today?
No.
All right. To the offense of impeding traffic, how do you plead, ma'am?
I'm guilty or not guilty. Mom.
Are you
Dr.
accepting
Guilty?
responsibility for impeding
Yes.
traffic, ma'am?
Yes, so I say guilty. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Were you driving a car in the city of Kentwood back on March 17th of this year?
Yes.
And on that date and time, what did you do that was a violation of your temporary instruction permit?
I didn't have a licensed driver in the car.
Okay. Well, I do accept that as a factual basis and will accept your responsibility to the offense of impeding traffic. I will assess fines and costs in this matter. They total $240. Ma'am, I am going to move you into a breakout room with my cashier, and you can make payment or payment arrangements with her. Do you have any questions for me?
No, so I'll be done with this case, right? I won't have to come back to court?
You don't have to come back unless you don't pay your fines and costs.
I'm going to pay it right now as soon as we get off, as soon as you transfer me.
I'm going to move you into the breakout room with my cashier right now so you can make those payments. All right, the court is calling the case of the City of Kentwood versus Alicia Marriott, case number 21-501290T. You are Miss Marriott? I'll have to have you on mute.
Yes.
All right, Miss Marriott, you were, let's start at the beginning. You were scheduled to be before this court back on the 14th of April for a pretrial conference, and you did not appear. So we ordered you to show cause today. Why didn't you appear back on the 14th?
Because I honestly don't have any letter or documentation that was sent to my home saying the 14th. Or I'm 100% sure would have been there. I went through my papers and everything, and that's why I showed up. Actually, I showed up on the 22nd or something and tried to get into one of your rooms, and I had to call the court, and then they told me that I missed it and things like that. So I just got the dates wrong.
Okay. Is your address 3911 Whispering Way, apartment 304?
Yes, ma'am.
That's where we sent the original. Ma'am, we sent it back on March 16th for that date of April 14th. But We didn't enter a warrant. We gave you the order to show cause. You're here. You mixed up the dates and we will proceed. You are not represented by counsel. So you met with our city attorney on your own. The court's been provided with a statement that indicates that the city is willing to reduce your misdemeanor charge of violating the provisions of your temporary instruction permit to the civil infraction of impeding traffic. Is that the bargain that you discussed with Ms. Dawson?
Yes.
And is that the way you want to proceed today?
Yes.
Ma'am, if you tender a plea today and the court accepts it, there will not be a trial of any kind on the original offense of violating the provisions of your temporary instruction permit. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is it your free and voluntary choice then to waive your rights to a trial in order to accept the benefit of the bargain being extended by the city?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you or make you any promises above and beyond what's stated on the plea bargain in order to get you to enter a plea today?
No.
All right, ma'am, as to the offense of impeding traffic, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Are you able to hear her, Nancy? Could you speak up a little bit, ma'am?
I'm sorry. Guilty.
All right. Were you driving a car in the city of Kentwood back on February 24th of this year?
Yes.
All right. And what did you do on that date in the city of Kentwood that was a violation of your temporary instruction permit?
Driving without a licensed driver.
What's the status of your license now? Do you have your license?
Yes, ma'am. My road test was actually like 2 days after that.
All right, ma'am, I will accept your responsibility for the offense of impeding traffic. I will assess fines and costs in this matter at $240. I will place you into a breakout room with one of my cashiers so that you can make payment or payment arrangements.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I wish you all the best, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hi, Miss Maria. If you look at your screen, there should be an invitation to join a breakout room with one of my cashiers.
Oh,
Says breakout room and click on that button and then it should say join breakout room.
okay.